So hello and welcome to Saurabh's classes. So in this video we are going to discuss the solution of ISI MSQE 2021. So let us begin with the question number 1, and question number 1 says that if such that R2R be a continuously differentiable function which has at least 3 distinct roots. Okay, we say up x is 0 if fx is equal to 0. So it is known to us that fx has at least 3 distinct roots. Let G such that R2R defined by Gx is equal to e to the power x by 2 fx for all x belongs to R. Okay, what is Gx? Gx is equal to e to the power x by 2 into fx for all x belongs to R. Prove that G has at least 3 distinct zeros. Okay, so we have to show that G has at least 3 distinct zeros. Prove that the function f plus 2f dash had at least 2 distinct zeros also. So we have to show that G has at least 3 distinct zeros and the function f plus 2f dash has at least 2 distinct zeros. So it was a very easy question. So let us start the solution. Okay. So it is given to us that f has 3 distinct zeros. Given that f has 3 distinct zeros, right? So I am going to consider the zeros. Let a1, a2, a3 be 3 zeros of f. Okay, now a1, a2, a3 are real number. Here I am considering as real number, and we know that R is a complete order field. So there is a ordering between a1, a2, a3. So without loss of generality, I am assuming that without loss of generality, I am assuming that a1 is less or equals to a2 less than a3. Why I am considering strictly, as they are saying that these 3 points are distinct. Okay, that's why I have considered a1 is strictly less than a2, strictly less than a3. Now as ai is a zeros of f, since I can say that f of ai is equal to 0 for all I is equal to 1, 2 and 3, right? Now we have to show that, first of all we need to show that G has at least 3 distinct zeros, right? So what is Gx? Gx is equal to e to the power x by 2 into fx. Gx is equal to e to the power x by 2 into fx for all x belongs to R. So G of ai is equal to e to the power ai by 2 into f of ai for all I is equal to 1, 2 and 3, right? Now the value of f of ai is 0 and e to the power ai for a fixed I is a bounded quantity, right? So 0 into bounded quantity will be 0 for all I is equal to 1, 2, 3. So G of ai is equal to 0 for all I is equal to 1, 2, 3. So G of a1 is 0, G of a2 is 0, G of a3 is 0. So I have found 3 distinct roots of G. Therefore a1, a2, a3 are 3 distinct zeros of G, right? a1, a2, a3 are 3 distinct zeros of G. Now we need to show that G has at least 3 distinct zeros, right? And we already have shown that G has 3 zeros at least, right? So therefore f has at least, so therefore G has at least 3 distinct zeros. Okay students, so we have solved the first part of this question. Now we need to show that the function g f plus 2f dash has at least two distinct zeros. So we have to show that the function f plus 2f dash has at least three distinct zeros, right? So in the second part, let's start the second part. We have to show that f plus 2f dash has at least three distinct zeros. Okay, so before starting the second part, you need to observe it that by seeing the function gx and fx, zeros of point x equal to a is a zero of gx if and only if it is a zero of fx. Okay, are you getting my point? What I am saying? I am saying that x is equal to a is a zero of fx if and only if it is a zero of gx. Why? First of all, observe that if x equal to a is a zero of fx, then f of a is equal to 0. Then g of a is equal to e to the power a by 2 into fa, as the value of fa is 0 and e to the power a by 2 is a fixed value or is a bounded quantity, then it will be 0. And similarly, if g of a is equal to 0, it means e to the power a by 2 into f of a is equal to 0. Now e to the power a by 2 cannot be 0, so f of a is equal to 0, right? Okay, so the zeros of fx are zeros of gx are same. Now observe that it is given to us that this function f is continuously differentiable, right? A function f is continuously differentiable on R. Okay, so f is continuously differentiable on R, right? And e to the power x by 2, we know that such kind of function I am considering, let hx is equal to e to the power x by 2 for all x belongs to R, right? Now observe that h is a nice function. Nice function means exponential function is always continuous, always differentiable, always integrable. This kind of function. So I can say that h is again continuously differentiable on R, right? So f is continuously differentiable on R, h is continuously differentiable on R, then h into f is always continuously differentiable on R. Therefore, h into f is again continuously differentiable on R, right? So h into f means g, right? G is continuously differentiable on R, right? The function g is continuously differentiable on R. Now, let me draw the number line. Let this be our number line. So we have observed that we have considered this point a1 as the smallest point, then a2, then a3, right? So the value of g of a1 and g of a2 are same. Okay, are you getting my point? G of a1 is equal to g of a2 is equal to g of a3, right? This point, the value of g is same. Now from g is differentiable on R, hence g is differentiable on this closed interval. If g is differentiable on this closed interval, g is continuous on this closed interval. We know that as differentiable function is continuous, so g is continuous on this closed interval, and g is differentiable on open interval. Then we can use Rolle's theorem, right? So now, since g is continuous G is differentiable on R, it will imply G is differentiable on closed interval A1, A2. Okay, it will imply G is continuous on closed interval A1, A2. And G of A1 is equal to G of A2 is equal to 0. Then by Rolle's theorem, there exists a point xi1 belongs to A1, A2 such that G dash of xi1 is equal to 0, right? So G dash is equal to derivative of e to the power x by 2, so half e to the power x by 2 into fx plus e to the power x by 2 into f dash x at x is equal to xi is 0. So I can say that half e to the power xi1, half e to the power xi1 by 2 into f of xi1 plus e to the power xi1 by 2 into f dash of xi1 is equal to 0. So taking e to the power xi1 by 2 common, I can write it half into f of xi1 plus f dash of xi1 is equal to 0. E to the power xi1 by 2 cannot be equal to 0. So this quantity will be 0. So I can write half f of xi1 plus f dash of xi1 is equal to 0. So multiplying both sides by 2, I can write f of xi1 plus 2 into f dash of xi1 is equal to 0, right? So we have found our root xi1 of, therefore xi1 is a root of f plus 2 f dash is equal to 0. So we have got a xi1 belongs to open a, sorry, it will be open A1 B1. So we got a open A1 B1 such that f dash of xi1 is equal to 0. So where xi1 belongs to open A1 A2, right? Similarly, we will be able to get, there exists a xi2 belongs to open A2 A3 such that f of xi2 plus 2 f dash of xi2 is equal to 0, right students? Similarly, we will get a xi2. So we got, therefore xi1 and xi2 are two roots of fx plus 2 f dash x is equal to 0, right? Now observe that xi1 lies between open A1 A2 and xi2 lies between open A2 A3. We can conclude xi1 is not equal to xi2, right students? We can conclude that. So from this I can say that we got two distinct roots of fx plus 2 f dash x, and this is what we need to prove, right? So this completes the proof. Complete the proof. So we have solved this question, right students? So it was an easy question. So in this video we have solved the question number 1. So in the next video we are going to solve the question number 2. So students, thank you so much for watching this video.